Dr. Shihata, world-class researcher in women's health, specializing in contraception and the prevention of sexually transmitted diseases, the inventor of FemCap and FemiCycle. Dr. Shihata focuses on advocating for prevention of STIs, HIV, as well as developing a novel delivery system for microbicide using the FemCap cervical cap. Cool, welcome in. Dr. Shihata. Hi, how are you? No, you can use your own. I got this one. That works. All right, what exactly is a cervical cap and why has it fallen out of fashion? Why don't more people know about them?
Very good question. The cervical cap was invented about more than 150 years ago. It predates the diaphragm. It's old and obsolete now. There is nobody using cervical cap anymore, and the company stopped manufacturing it altogether. The old cervical cap, which is, I have one here for historical reason, it made of poor material, latex, porous, allergenic material. And the design was designed with total disregard to the anatomy of the woman. So it makes like a thimble with total disregard to the anatomy and has the highest failure rate of any contraception, particularly if the woman got pregnant before. So it gets dislodged during intercourse and fail. Last thing about the old cervical cap, it's replaced now completely by a new FemCap. And the FemCap tried to not only to replace it, but to take care of all the drawbacks of the cervical cap. First, the material, we chose a material more durable, non-allergenic silicone material that's totally inert and the body cannot recognize it as a foreign body. Then the design, we made the design absolutely anatomical. It fits the woman's cervix like a glove. It is have all the criteria of measuring the anterior fornix, the posterior fornix, and made to have the bowl of the dome cover the cervix completely. So there is no sperm can escape and go through it. Here it is, and then develop a brim, a very wide brim, to have a bigger surface contact with the vagina to stabilize it so it would not get dislodged during intercourse. Also, the old cervical cap was very difficult to insert and remove, very tricky. This has become easier to insert and remove because we added a removal strap to help remove the FemCap. So, what's your next?
A cervical cap for?
Yes. The cervical cap, we talked about cervical cap is obsolete, no longer available. We're talking about the FemCap. The FemCap, you can wear it, the only barrier method that you can wear it for 48 hours. All other barrier, diaphragm or anything, only 24 hours. The FDA approved it for 48 hours. Next question.
Cool, so this question is mostly for you, but I think we can open it up, which is really about male birth control options. Are we anywhere close to actually having them? How do we get partners involved so it's not just one-sided responsibility?
Don't hold your breath for that. As Julene said, they even halted the study. The study to find a male pill for contraception, hormonal pill, was done for more than 50 to 60 years and all failed because of many side effects. For example, we heard a lot about the female, when she's on hormone, she gets depression. But the woman can still sexually function almost normal, and she can get pregnant. But for the male, when you give the male hormone, the side effect will get impotent. He become down. He cannot get erection. For them, for the male, he would not only be depressed, he would be suicidal. So we should not even wait for male contraception. Think about it from the researcher point of view. The woman will get 1 egg per month, and the man gets millions of the sperm every hour on the hour. How much research you can do to suppress 1 egg per month versus millions and millions of sperm per hour?
Yeah, well, I want to turn on my mic because I want to talk. All right, let's be straight up. There is medical gender bias going on here, okay? Let's be real about that. Because who does the burden of pregnancy fall upon? Word. Yes, it's us, it's us ladies, right? So, you know, I agree, there's definitely these side effects. The male birth control study, what was really interesting to me is that less than 5% of them had depression. And the majority of them said they would keep going with the trial. And guess what the other side effect they got? Increase in libido. What do ladies get? Decrease in libido. I mean, that's one way to prevent pregnancy. But I think you're absolutely right when you say don't hold your breath, because they know they've got us. They know that we are going to be the caretakers of that baby. We have to grow a human. That is no easy task for my moms out there. I'm also a mama as well. But we have to recognize that we have to band together and demand better in medicine. And that change isn't going to come from one doctor or 4 doctors. You know, it's going to come from patients marching and demanding better. Because ladies, they know they've got us.
Dr. Brennan was the first doctor to say, don't trust your doctor.
I would add to that though, is that, like, I don't know whether it's just women that have to go and tell their doctors, but you know, men do have options already. They have condoms and they have vasectomy, and there will be more money put into the research and development and release of male contraceptive options, hormonal and non-hormonal, if there was already a market for male contraceptive options right now. Like, condom use is declining all the time. More and more women I speak to say that their partner doesn't want to use condoms, won't use condoms. Vasectomy is as low as it's ever been as an option. Men don't take up the options they already have. So it's quite difficult from in terms of like a pharmaceutical company wanting to make money to make that argument when the ones that they know they have already are not being used. So I think, you know, there's that element to it too. And of course, you know, with the hormonal options, like we're talking about this study, is that I personally wouldn't recommend my husband be on hormonal birth control if there was a pill for men. So, like, it's a complicated conversation, that one, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's very, very good debate. However, I never heard from you saying about the side effect of impotence. The man, if he's impotent, he's gone. He's finished. If the woman get depressed, she still get pregnant, she still function.
What about the sexual pleasure?
Yeah.
Oh, the pleasure is gone. We're not arguing about pleasure. Function. And if the male get impotent, he becomes suicidal.
I thought the idea, though, for the birth control was to have just pleasurable sex without the function, if you will, in some way. I hear what you're saying as well, though. I think that
I get it.